the bottom edge of your block about where a bra strap would fit. So both shoulder blades should be up on the support of your lower block. And then, and then the block, you want to position it so it's supporting the base of your skull. So you should have both blocks or pillows. And depending on what your pillow situation, maybe the pillow under your head, you just kind of fold in half to give you a little bit more height. So this way, your head is not dropping down below your heart. So it feels a little softer in the neck. You can relax a little bit more into the chest opener. You can let your arms come out from your shoulder sockets and bend the elbows. Backs of your hands can rest on the floor. A soft little opening into your chest, into your back body. If you keep your feet on the floor, it's going to soften the opening into your chest and your spine, so it gives a little bit of cushioning into the back bend that you're in. If you extend your legs all the way out, you're going to feel a deeper stretch in through your thoracic spine where your rib cage is. You want to engage your core a little bit, especially if you extend the legs out. So from the bottom ribs to your frontal hip points, kind of just imagine drawing those two points towards each other using your core muscles. Also try to knit your front ribs together. They have a tendency to want to pop out when you're in back bends. And the reason why you want to keep them drawing in towards each other with your muscles is when the ribs kind of pop apart, it tends to put a little strain right into your lumbar. The point of least resistance tends to kind of collapse. So by keeping this engaged and keeping your bottom ribs to your hips engaged, you're protecting your mid-back, your lumbar, from straining anywhere. Feel free to stay here and just enjoy a nice little soft heart opener. If you want to, you can plant your feet to the mat and move the block off to the side and bring your hands underneath your occipits. So now you're using your core muscles to keep your head where the block was keeping your head. You can just stay here and breathe. If you want to, you can intensify a little bit by taking just the smallest of little crunches. Inhale back just to neutral where the block would have been holding you, and exhale, tiny little elevation. It's just the smallest of engagement, but really working the core muscles. You don't have to go big with movement to really start to awaken your core, especially if you're kind of holding it in a position that it's engaging just to stabilize. If you're doing little crunches, we'll do 4 more. 3, 2, 1. You're gonna slowly roll off of your block onto your side and through the fetal position, setting your block off of your mat. Go ahead and press yourself up to a tabletop position. And just to release out that back bend, we're gonna take a couple rounds of cat and cow. Moving through the thoracic spine, rounding your heart up towards the ceiling, so it's a little counter stretch to what the block was doing. Inhale, sway your back, broaden through your chest, pull your heart forward and through. Exhale, round. Inhale, sway. Exhale, round, and push yourself back into a child's pose. You can let your chest rest on your thighs. If you wanted to bring a block beneath your forehead or both blocks underneath your hands, feel free to take that option as well. Deepen your breath into your mid-back, feeling the rounding and stretching through your spine. Inhale, pull forward up to a tabletop position. And this time you're gonna inhale, sweep your right fingertips towards the ceiling. And exhale, thread under and hover your right shoulder above the mat, lengthening and twisting through your side. Inhale, sweep your right fingertips towards the ceiling, opening your chest through the side. Exhale, sweep it under and through. Inhale, sweep it up. And this time you're gonna allow yourself to lower all the way down to the floor. You can bring blocks if you'd like, if it doesn't easily rest your shoulder to the floor. You can either have your head to a block, or you can have two blocks, one under shoulder, one under head. You can walk your left fingertips forward. Exhale, plant your left hand back to the mat, and inhale, sweep your right fingertips towards the ceiling. Take a single cow and cat. Inhale, sweep your left fingertips towards the ceiling. Exhale, thread under and through. Reaching and hovering. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, thread it under and hover. Inhale, reach it up. And exhale, release all the way to the floor. You can walk right fingertips forward to soften a little bit into your shoulders. Lengthen through your side waists, stretching through your intercostal muscles. Exhale, bring your right hand back. Inhale, sweep your left fingertips towards the ceiling. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. You're gonna pull forward and through onto your elbows and extend your legs back. Point your toes, setting up for Sphinx pose. So your toes can point out to the edges of your mat, and that softens a little bit into your low back. If you want a little bit more intensity, you can bring your feet to touch and zip up your inner thighs. Stack your shoulders underneath stack your elbows underneath your shoulders. Scoop your navel in and up, and find the slight engagement in your mid-back. So we're opening into our chest and stretching into our mid-back, as well as strengthening. And that's kind of our theme for today, is open heart and sort of a strong, supportive spine. Standing in our own strength with the courage to have an open heart. Exhale, lower down, and just for a moment, release your hands by your hips and let your cheek lower down to the mat, and deepen your breath into the back of your heart. Letting your back muscles release and relax. You can bend your knees and give a little windshield wiper side to side, stretching through your back muscles a bit, allowing them to get a nice little release. Release your toes down, tuck your toes. You're gonna bring your forearms back underneath, or back to the mat, elbows stacked beneath your shoulders. We're gonna press ourselves into a forearm plank. So you can inhale, lift, and press back through your heels. Option to just stay and hold this stationarily. So you can just kind of lift your sternum a little bit, draw your navel in and up. If you wanted to take this a little bit more dynamically, you could roll over the balls of your feet and kind of lower one hip at a time towards the mat. And engaging your obliques a little bit more, strengthening into your mid-back and into your core. And keep drawing your chest forward a little bit. We'll do one more side to side. And then exhale, lower all the way down. Allow yourself to bend your knees and your elbows. Switch which cheek you have down to the mat. Give a little windshield wiper side to side. Letting your back muscles release and relax. If you have any blocks or straps on your mat, go and take a moment to set those up to the side a little bit. Release your toes, hands press up underneath your elbows. Shift back through a child's pose. Take a deep breath here, stretching through your spine, lengthening through your back body. Inhale, roll forward through a slightly extended tabletop. Tuck your toes and exhale back, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. As you exhale, you're gonna step or walk to your wrists. Feet at least hip distance apart. Get you a little bit more stable base. Feel free to have your feet wider than hip distance. Allow yourself to come into a ragdoll. So let your head hang towards the mat. Let your knees bend as much as they need to so that you can really lengthen your back body. So we're really stretching through the spine here. What happens when we straighten the legs is we tend to round the back body. So let the knees bend a little bit generously here so you can lengthen through your back. You can give a soft little sway from side to side. Really stretching and lengthening through the vertebrae. Keep your elbows clasped. You're gonna inhale, sweep your elbows over to the right, taking sunrise and sunset. Open your heart up to the ceiling. Exhale down into the left. One more this direction. Inhale, sweeping right, up to the ceiling. Exhale down into the left. Pause at the bottom. Give a little sway from side to side. Lengthen through your back body. Bend your knees if you need to. Inhale, sweep to the left. Up to the ceiling. Exhale down into the right. Breathing through all the sides of your heart. The front, the back, the sides. One more. Sweeping up. And exhale, release it down. You can heel toe walk your feet back either hip distance apart, or if you like, big toes touch. A little space between your heels, a little bit more classical alignment. But if you need extra space in your hips, please take it. Inhale, halfway raise, flat back. So really draw your navel in and up. Engage your core, engage your glutes, engage your quadriceps, and lengthen through your spine. Exhale, fold from your hips. Inhale, halfway raise. Exhale, plant your hands. You're gonna step your right foot back and step your left foot back. You can hold plank pose for a breath or two, or just drop the knees and hold in a half. Push up. On your next exhale, if your knees are still lifted, you're gonna lower your knees down to the mat. And exhale, shift back, child's pose. Inhale, roll through your spine. And find either a relaxed up dog, thighs rest on the mat, or baby cobra. Chest lifts, but belly is lowered to the mat in baby cobra. Really use your back muscles to lift you. So your hands are touching the mat, but they're not really pressing you that much. Try to use your core strength to lift your chest. Tuck your toes and either push straight through push-up, or you can roll back over your knees, finding your way back to downward facing dog. Inhale, extend your right leg behind you. Exhale, knee to nose and hug it in. Round your upper back towards the ceiling. Inhale, extend. Exhale, draw it in. One more inhale, extend. Exhale, hug it in even higher so that you can step lightly between your hands. Taking a low lunge and dropping your left knee down, untuck your left toe. Pull yourself up for Ardha Anjaneyasana, half crescent lunge. You can have your hands on both blocks, framing out your right ankle if you'd like. Hands can come to your right thigh for support. Try to draw your shoulder blades down and back and broaden through your chest. If you extend your arms over your head, Maybe go ahead and bend your elbows, allowing your chest to open even more. Scoop your navel in and up, drawing the navel back to the spine to strengthen and stabilize. Exhale, frame out your front foot. You're gonna re-tuck your left toe and lift back through your low lunge and step your left foot to meet your right. Finding Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, half raise. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up to the ceiling. Go ahead and grab hold of your left wrist with your right hand and exhale, fold to the right. Give it a nice stretch through your side body and breathing into the side of your heart. Inhale back through center. Grab hold of your right wrist with your left hand and exhale, fold to the left. Inhale back through center. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half a raise, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands. Step your left foot back. Step your right foot back. And either hold plank pose for a few breaths or drop the knees and hold a half push-up for a few breaths. Scooping your navel in and up. Try to broaden through your chest. You can lower your knees. And exhale, push back, child's pose. Inhale, roll forward and through. Either relaxed up dog or baby cobra. Broadening through your chest, whatever variation you're in. Tuck your toes. You can either shift back over your knees or press back through plank to down dog. Inhale, extend your left leg. Exhale, draw your knee toward your nose and round your upper back towards the ceiling. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round and draw it in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, step it through. Pausing in low lunge for a moment. Dropping right knee, untucking right toes. Feel free to bring your blocks underneath your hands. You can bring your hands to your thigh. Arms can sweep overhead. Feel free to take the option of bending your elbows to find a little bit more openness in your chest. But again, working to draw your front ribs together, scooping your side waists in and drawing your navel back to your spine. So really holding your core, just like you did on the blocks, to stabilize your body here. Exhale, frame out your front foot. Retuck your right toes and step forward, Uttanasana. Inhale up to fingertips. If fingertips to floor is too low, you can bring the block or several blocks if you need to. You can stack blocks to bring the ground up to you. Inhale, lengthen through your side waists, and exhale, walk your hands over to the right side of your feet. So blocks either underneath hand or fingertips to the floor, and feeling stretch all the way down your left side. Inhale back through center, lengthen through your side waists. Exhale, walk your hands over to the left side. Inhale back through center, and exhale, plant your hands. And step your right foot back, step your left foot back. Hold plank pose for several breaths. And here you can either switch into Vashisthasana by bringing your left hand an inch or so towards the midline, just enough so your left wrist is stacked beneath your shoulder, and then shift onto the pinky side of your left foot. Left knee can be bent and down, so you can be here if you need to modify. Taking a plank pose, really scooping your side in and up and broadening through your chest. Exhale, lower your right hand down, shift back, plank pose. toes, you can drop knees, and lower down. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, either over knees or through plank to downward facing dog. Inhale, extend your right leg behind you. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. You can extend your right leg out and either hold here if you wanted to rotate onto the big toe side and heel of your left foot. You can inhale, reach your left fingertips towards the ceiling and take a fallen triangle. Open your heart up towards the ceiling and engaging your core to stabilize. Exhale, lower your left hand down if you raised it. Inhale, extend your right leg up and back. Exhale, knee to nose. Step lightly between your hands. And step left foot to meet right. Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway raise, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up to the ceiling. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, we're gonna take a standing back bend. Hands come to the tops of your hips, fingers pointed down your spine. Draw your elbows towards each other, broaden through your chest. Scoop your navel in and up, and open your heart towards the ceiling. Exhale, fold. Switch sides just good enough because you don't need for me for this one. Inhale, halfway raise. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back, plank pose. So this time the right hand is going to move an inch or so towards the midline. You can rotate onto the pinky toe side of your right foot and stack left hand atop right. You could have the right knee bent and supporting you. Taking Vashisthasana, side plank. Exhale, back through plank. And you can take your choice of vinyasa, either lowering through chaturanga, and inhale either cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, either pushing through plank or over the knees. Inhale, extend your left leg. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. You can extend your left leg out. You can stay here. You can rotate onto the big toe side of your right foot. Hands can both stay down, or you can lift right fingertips towards the ceiling and find a fallen triangle. Scooping your navel in and up and opening your heart towards the ceiling. Using your core muscles to stabilize you here. Exhale, lower your right hand down if you lifted it. Inhale, extend your left leg back. Exhale, knee to nose. Step lightly between your hands. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step it up. Inhale, halfway raise. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up to the ceiling. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, standing back bend one more time. So really draw your elbows towards each other. Squeeze your outer hips in and open your heart up towards the ceiling. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway raise. Exhale, plant your hands. Step your right foot back. Step your left foot back. Lower high to low plank, either dropping your knees or lowering straight through push-up. Option to use your strap or just use your hands. We're gonna find a half bow pose. So you're gonna extend your right leg and your right arm, and your left hand is gonna reach back for your left foot. So if that's difficult to reach, you can use the strap and wrap around your left foot and have the strap elongate your fingers to reach your foot. Inhale, you're gonna lift tuck your chin a little bit and lengthen the back of your neck. Feel the deep opener into your chest, especially on your left side as your hand reaches back and kind of opens a little bit more into your shoulder and your chest. As you exhale, you're gonna bend your right elbow and lower your forehead down to your forearm. Draw your left heel towards your left sit bone. Go ahead and gently release. You can bend your knees and give a soft little windshield wiper side to side. Just releasing that out. Tuck your toes, plant your hands. You can either shift over your knees or press back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step, walk, or float to your hands. Inhale, halfway raise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up to the ceiling. Exhale, hands to heart. Root into your your left foot. You're gonna bend your right knee and let your right knee open from your right hip socket. Setting up for tree pose, Vrukshasana. Maybe your toe just stays by your ankle. Maybe you bring your right foot higher. Just make sure you have it above or below your kneecap. Hands can press into your heart. Feel free to stay here. If you want to extend your branches, feel free to stay here. Option to find an even deeper heart opener in your tree pose by either bringing the backs of your hands to your hips and kind of drawing the elbows back. Maybe if your wrists have the openness, you can bring your hands into reverse namaskar or prayer at the back of the heart. Really scooping your navel in and up and drawing your front ribs towards each other if you take this variation. Imagine hugging all sides in towards the midline and bring one hand back to your heart at a time if you have them at the back of your heart. Go ahead and gently release your right foot down and give your left ankle little circles, releasing out the tension from standing on it. Lower your left foot down, inhale, sweep up towards the ceiling, and exhale, fold from your hips. Inhale, halfway raise. Exhale, plant your hands. Step your left foot back. And step your right foot back. Lower high to low plank, Chaturanga Dandasana. So this time, you're gonna extend your left arm forward. Right hand is gonna reach back to grab hold of your right foot. Feel free to use the strap to make this accessible. If it's difficult in any way, feel free to use that. And you wanna feel your heart opening as you reach back. Lift your chest and drop your gaze, lengthening the back of your neck, opening into your chest, maybe lifting your thighs a little bit up off the mat. Feel a little bit more activation in your half bow pose. Already done your asana. Go ahead and lower your left arm down, bend your elbow, and draw your right heel towards your right sit bone. Forehead rests on forearm. Deepen your breath. If you have the strap, go ahead and set the strap off to the side. And bend both knees. Switching which cheek you have to the backs of your hands, and give a soft little windshield wiper side to side. Release your toes to the mat. Press your hands into the mat. And exhale, shift back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step, walk, or float to your hands. Inhale, halfway raise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up to the ceiling. And exhale, hands to heart. This time you're gonna root into your right foot. Left toes come to the mat. Bend your left knee and exhale, open your left knee out to the side. I'm gonna turn the face just so you can see a little better. Option to stay here with your tree pose. Option to bring your leg or your foot higher on your leg. Just make sure you're not above or you're not at your kneecap. You need to clear the kneecap as pressing into the side of your kneecap can damage it. Hands can stay at your heart. If you want to extend your branches and open your heart here, feel free to take this option. Option to bring backs of hands to the tops of your hips and draw your elbows back a little bit, scooping your navel in and up and opening through your chest. Option to find reverse namaskar or hands at prayer at the back of the heart for an even deeper heart opener. And hugging everything in, so pressing your foot into your standing leg into your foot, squeezing your side waist in towards the midline, lengthening and compressing everything in towards the center. And opening the heart up towards the ceiling. If you brought your hands to the back of your heart, bring your hands to the front of your heart. Go ahead and gently release your left leg down and give your standing leg, your right foot, little ankle rotations, releasing any tension, any tightness. Inhale all the way up to the ceiling. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway raise. Exhale, plant your hands. Step your right foot back. Step your left foot back. Exhale, lower high to low plank. Now, before coming up, you're gonna take your strap, or what you have in place of the strap. You're gonna loop your big loop around both ankles. So you've got it around your ankles, not around your foot. The feet are free. So you've got the strap around both ankles. Bring the strap up kind of over your right shoulder, just so that you can easily grab hold. So you're gonna reach back with your right hand and grab hold of the strap with your arm down by your sit bones. Reach your left arm around and behind, same thing. So you've got your arms down. Bend your knees and allow yourself to kind of walk your hands a little bit closer onto your strap. So we're coming into a supported locust pose. So as you inhale, you're gonna extend your legs, and the strap is gonna help you find an even deeper opening into your Shavasana locust pose with the strap. Again, tuck your chin a little bit and lengthen through the back of your neck, feeling a deep opening into your chest. Allowing your breath to move your whole body a little bit. Feeling yourself rise and fall with every exhale. And as you exhale, go ahead and allow yourself to release and bend your knees. Set the strap off to the side. You can stack your palms and give a little windshield wiper side to side. Exhale, lower your toes down to the mat, plant your hands, and push up and back to downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step, walk, or float to your hands. Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway raise. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up to the ceiling. Exhale, hands to heart. So here we're going to come into dancer's pose. Root into your left foot. You're going to bend into your right knee. You can reach your right hand back and grab hold of your right foot. If this is tricky at all, use your strap. So the strap can help you reach your foot more easily. So you can just kind of wrap the loop around your right ankle and hold on to the strap with your right hand. You're gonna scoop your navel in and up and engage your core as you kick back to your dancer's pose. And if you wanted to use the strap, even if you can easily reach your foot, you can take kind of more of a king pigeon variation where both arms come overhead, and it gives a deeper opening into your chest. So this is an option that you can use, and you can use the strap to make this quite accessible. Keep scooping your navel in and up and drawing your front ribs towards each other. Stabilizing through your core as you strengthen your back body and open through your heart. Inhale, gently release. If you've got the strap, you can just let the strap loosen. You can switch it over to your other hand and go ahead and give your standing foot little ankle rotations, releasing off the tension and tightness. I'm going to switch sides just so you can see on this side as well. Setting up for dancer, root into your right foot first. Bend into your left knee. Either reach back and grab hold of your left foot with your left hand, and try to keep your knees and your hips parallel as you set it up. So you're kind of hugging them in towards each other. And then as you exhale, you can reach back and either keep it in the traditional dancer's pose or find more of a king pigeon variation, grabbing hold of the strap with both hands, opening even more through your chest. You have to really counteract with your muscles, hugging and stabilizing in towards your spine from the sides, from the front, supporting your back body. Take one more breath here. And as you exhale, gently release. You can just kind of let the strap loosen if you have it. Softly set it off to the side and allow your standing foot, your right ankle, little circles, releasing the tension and the tightness. Inhale all the way up to the ceiling, maybe a little tiny back bend here. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway raise. Exhale, plant your hands. You can step your left foot back and step your right foot back. You can take one last vinyasa. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg behind you and let your right hip stack a little bit atop your left. It's not going to completely stack, but just a little bit. You can draw those circles with your right ankle. If you prefer, you can draw circles with your right knee. Just kind of releasing the hips out, stretching into your mid-back and letting go of any tension. Lower your right leg down. Inhale, extend your left leg. And let your left hip stack a little bit atop your right. You can either draw circles with your ankle, or if you prefer, circles with your knee, whichever feels better for your back body. And reverse the direction of your circles. Lower your left leg down, drop your knees, untuck your toes, and exhale, release back. Child's pose. Feel free to be completely still and stationary in your child's pose. If you'd like, you can give a soft little rock from side to side. If there's any last movements that you want to do before coming down for your final rest, feel free to take a moment to do so. If there's a spinal twist you'd like to visit, feel free to find that. If you just want to kind of walk your hands over to one side and stretch and lengthen through your side bodies, feel free to take that option, listening to your body and what your back body needs today to feel supported and releasing any residual tension and tightness. If there's any last cat and cows you'd like to visit before coming down, feel free to take a couple. You can find your way onto your back body. Maybe lowering down one vertebrae at a time, using your core muscles to control your descent. Releasing yourself either into Shavasana, or if you'd like, Supta Baddha Konasana. You can bring the soles of the feet together and splay the knees wide. If you have a couple blocks, you can use the blocks to support underneath your thighs. And this can make it a little bit softer in the hips, a little bit more restorative. If you're in Shavasana, hands just down by your hips. Feel free to take that if you're in Supta Baddha Konasana as well. Another option is you can take full goddess pose, bringing your hands to form a little diamond over your head. So you've got a series of 3 diamonds formed by your legs and your feet, your arms, and your fingertips. Softening your gaze or closing off your eyes completely. Allowing your breath to wash through your heart center. Allowing every exhale to release anything that you're holding on to that doesn't serve you. Feeling greater freedom and openness with every breath. Feeling yourself let go with every exhale. Keeping that sense of calm and centeredness within you, slowly begin to deepen your breath. Letting your breath activate and energize and cleanse through each and every cell of your body. You begin to flutter your eyelids open and wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Maybe rolling your wrists and rolling your ankles. If you're up on the blocks in your Baddha Konasana, maybe releasing that out. And draw little circles. Reverse the direction of your circles. Inhale, reach your arms over your head and lengthen through your spine. Feel free to just keep reaching and centrally lengthening. If you want to take one last side stretch, you can cross your right ankle over your left and grab hold of your right wrist. And exhale, pull it over to the left for a big banana stretch. Breathing into the right side of your heart. Inhale back through center and uncross. Left ankle crosses over right. Grab hold of left wrist. And exhale, pull it over to the right. Breathing into the left side of your heart. Inhale back through center, stretch and lengthen one more time. And exhale, hug your knees into your chest and give a soft little rock from side to side. Giving yourself one last massage, taking this opportunity, if there's anything that you're holding on to that doesn't serve you, any limiting beliefs, any fears, just releasing those to the mat and rolling over onto your right side in the fetal position, using your right arm like a pillow. Taking a moment in this gathering and resting pose, and just breathing a breath of compassion into your heart center for all that you move through in your body and your mind today. Breathing a breath of gratitude, thanking your body for all that it does for you on a daily basis. As you inhale, press yourself up to a comfortable seated position. You can keep your gaze soft or close off your eyes. Relax your shoulders down and away from your ears and lift your sternum up towards the ceiling. Inhale, sweep your arms over your head, creating a healing circle of light around you as you do so. Feel the light press between your palms as they touch over your head. And exhale as you draw your hands towards your heart. Take a deep breath, draw the healing light all the way into the back of your heart. And know that your healing is important. As we heal ourselves, we help to heal the world one heart at a time. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Hope you have a very wonderful winter break.